You guys hear me? Anybody here? Maybe we got some people on Instagram. What's up, you guys on Instagram? Daniel, I'm trying to get like you, man. Trying to get this streaming down. I'm so nervous. Y'all can probably hear my heart beating at this microphone. What do people do when they go live? Oh, let me know where you're watching from in the comments. That's what people say sometimes. I'm not gonna do all that. I won't be before you long, as the preachers say. But we are gathered here today to talk about the magic Instagram carousel PSD. Of course, if you're watching this, you probably already know my name, but for those unfamiliar, my name is Jameson Bethay. That's Bethay, not Bethia or Bethea or Berthal, as I've been called in the past. Let me make sure you guys can hear me. It's Bethay. I've been a graphic designer, a professional graphic designer for about a little over 3 years now. And went from an actual job to freelance and ultimately starting my own agency called Designs by Jameson, which is so far the only sponsor for this. But if you would like to become a sponsor of these lunch labs, because hopefully they provide value and you guys will want to see some more, learn some more, then yeah, just contact, send a comment or whatever. But we're here to learn about, of course, the magic Instagram carousel PSD. What makes it magic? We'll see. I'll show you. I don't want to give it away too quickly, but I mean, it's nothing that I created or anything. It's just kind of a series of features that making an Instagram carousel like all of the files that you need to upload to Instagram. It just makes it like literally like instantly. So let me turn this down. Is it a little distracting? Just a little, a little beat I made sampling Kirk Franklin, David Mann and them. I think it's David Mann. I don't know. But anyway, so I'll give the I should have had some notes. I'm terribly unprepared. I'm sorry. But so this class or whatever is not, this one isn't a design class. I'm not going to be talking about what fonts to use, colors and things like that. This is really just a Adobe Photoshop CC tutorial on how to use some of the features in a practical way to make, in this instance, an Instagram carousel that you can post on Instagram. Now, of course, the Instagram carousel is just a post where you can have up to 10 connected posts that you kind of swipe left to scroll through. So, I mean, if you guys have any, any hesitations on going forward, speak now, forever hold your peace. But I think it might be time to dive on in and get going because, it's already 12:10. Geez, I know you got stuff to do. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll do a feature called new, a new document here. We can do file new or control N, whichever way works for you. And so, of course, I already got it in here, but if you're starting off, pretty much you can do up to 10 posts, right, in a row for a carousel. But I mean, however many you want to do, you can put in here. I would probably recommend doing 10 because the way I have it set up, it doesn't really matter. You just pull the JPEG files when you're done, or however many you need. So, I mean, there can be a total of 10, but you only need 6, then you just pull the 6. So let me get my name off the screen here. So we'll do all 10. And a thing that I learned how to do is that you can actually do like, wait, can you do integer? I mean, like math problems in there? Yeah. So like if you, of course, the Instagram size is 1080 by 1080. So if you wanted to do 6 for whatever reason, It just did it. It's fine. We don't like that. We don't want to do that. So I'm just showing you. You can let Photoshop do math for you if you're like me and you struggle sometimes. So of course, if you're multiplying by 10, what do? You add a 0. Very good. Very good. All right, that's the first step. We are well on our way to a really nice Instagram carousel. So one of the first features I had listed on this flyer thing, let me zoom on in here. I'll use this as my notes. New guide layouts. So in this instance, I'm struggling to see like how much time I should go on with this stuff. But so what you could do, you know, if you want to line out where each 10 could go, you could, I mean, I don't know, you could make 10 squares, 1080 by 1080, and just kind of like use smart guides to let them snap, and you can alt drag to, you know, do that. I mean, that's fine if you want to do that, but there's a feature in Photoshop called new guide layout or something like that. If you click on view and go down to new guide layout, what you're gonna want to do is, like, you can make guides. Pretty much there's, I mean, you see all the features here. You got columns, you got rows, you got margins on the edges, you got gutters between the columns and rows. So, I mean, this is a pretty cool thing if you're trying to get stuff really, you know, dialed in, or if you want to, you know, make sure you have 100, you know, 100 pixels all the way around as like a, you know, a base or whatever. You can do that. All we need to do right now is 10 columns. And so, I mean, yeah, that's it. We've got our squares. This is how we're gonna set it up. So, I mean, that was the first thing, new guide layouts. So it's pretty cool. You can think of all kinds of different ways to use that. So the next thing is layer masks. So of course, a layer mask is just kind of like a way to hide certain areas based on what's called a matte layer, which is just a layer that shows what you want to show. I don't know how to describe it, I'm sorry, but I mean, I can show you. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just do a little doodle with the brush tool on a new layer. Wow, this is beautiful. Okay, so now to show you what the what's it called, the layer mask does. So you can select the area, and if you just want that area to show, you can click on this add layer mask thing down here. Can you see that? It's very tiny, but there's a little rectangle with a circle in it that says add layer mask. So if you click that, it just, let me see if I can make these bigger or something. Really tiny, but essentially it took the selection and made it white and made everything else black. And so it reads the white areas in the layer mask as visible and the black areas as not visible. So this is a non-destructive way to erase. Sometimes I use when I'm cutting people's faces out or something like that. I'll paste their image in and then use the layer mask with a white brush and kind of paint around their face to just have their face showing without actually erasing the image. So that's that layer mask. So the cool thing is, and I guess I can just go ahead and show you now. So there's a feature in Photoshop which is ultimately what makes the PSD magic or whatever. Pretty much you can name a layer a file name. So for instance, this could be layer1.jpg, and it will automatically make a folder in the same location as the project file that has whatever's in that layer. So for instance, if I name this layer 1, like I said, .jpg, and then I say, let's save this on our computer. Delete this. We don't need this anymore. This is my test thing. Make it carousel 2. Why not? So now we've got carousel 2 PSD, and we've got layer 1.jpg as the layer name. So we'll do file, generate image assets. And theoretically, if we were to go to that very same folder, there would be another folder within that folder called whatever the PSD name is, -assets. And it would have whatever's in this layer because we generated image assets. So what do we have here? The carousel 2. And that's exactly what it is. So this is where I kind of had the idea to make a PSD document that you could create a carousel on here and it will automatically make every one of the squares that you needed automatically, so you could just upload them to your phone and then just post to Instagram. And so I sought out on a journey to figure out how to make that happen, because there are some limitations to generate image assets. So theoretically, what I would want to do is make a bunch of layers and just have them read one file or one layer under them and, you know, generate all the squares. But I found out I had to kind of go about it a different way. So that was that. Let me kind of start over here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make groups, which is little folders, and then we're gonna make layer masks on the group, and then we'll name this carousel 01.jpg. So we're going somewhere with this. Now I could easily just, you know, do that every time. Select, click on group, click on layer mask. I mean, there's a kind of shortcut that takes away some of the steps, and it's called Photoshop Actions. I don't know if you're probably familiar with this, but you can record what you do and play it back with a like function key or a combination of function key, control or shift or something like that. So let's do that so we don't have to click on, so we don't have to create a group, select the area, and then layer map. That's a lot of clicking back and forth. So what we can do is make a selection, go up to our actions thing over here. We'll start or create a new action. We'll call this group and layer mask, and we'll start recording. Well, actually, let's set our function key. We'll make it F10, I think. No, I'll make it F11 because I already have it up there. Okay, so we'll record. Now we're recording. All we need to do, new group, and then add layer mask, and stop recording. So now, every time I hit F9, it's gonna do exactly what I just did. And we'll still have to go back and rename these, but that's okay. There are scripts and stuff like that. There's nothing really native that can let you rename a bunch of files at one time. So, a bunch of layers. So that's fine. We'll just select. Oh, we made it F11. I'll see it in F9, Jesus. Okay, that one, that one, that one, that one, you guessed it, that one. We'll do this one as well. Here's one more. And the final square. They're all, as you can see when I was selecting, they're all 1080 by 1080. That's because it snap into those guides that we created. And that's that. So what you could do now is just carousel. Oh no, that's 10. G, and then you can just copy a little bit of it or all of it if you want to, and hit tab to get to the next one, and then paste. It'll be 09.jpg, and just on down. This is slightly tedious for now, but you'll never have to do this ever again in your life, I promise you. This is one-time thing, and it'll save you quite a bit of time. You see how I'm squinting? I really need to get my eyes checked and get some new glasses because it's a little bit ridiculous. Just going down, it's fine. How's you guys' days going? And then the last one. Okay, so now we've got these, and if there was anything in the group, it would make a JPEG file based on 1, what's in the group, and then 2, what's in the little layer mask area. You following? So how do we get one image in all of these groups that once you change one, you change them all? That is where smart objects come in. A smart object does exactly that. It's one thing that kind of opens up, it kind of creates its own file that you can open up in the browser here, or the Photoshop, whatever. And then if you change it in there, you save it, then every instance of it changes in the actual PSD. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this background, we're gonna unlock it. You're free indeed. And then right click, and there's an option that says convert to smart object. It's kind of off the screen, but you understand. So now layer 0, which was previously just a basic white background, is now a smart object. So this is ultimately what we're gonna edit when it comes to actually designing the Instagram carousel. And then this PSD that we're in now is the magic PSD. It was what's gonna generate all of the image files with the generate image assets that we selected earlier. So we'll hop into this layer 0 PSD, or PSB as smart objects are known as. And you see it keeps all of the guides, so that's cool. We won't have to do that again. So let's just do a little something here. We're gonna recreate the little banner bar thing from the flyer. So all it is a rectangle. You got your warp tools here. We're gonna do a bulge, but we're gonna have a negative bend to make it go in. Oh, that's too much. That's far too much. That's ridiculous. Okay, something like that. That's fine. It's all good. And now we'll just do I don't know, what do we want to say here? Lorem ipsum, or whatever it's called. This is gross. Fix this. Something nice and bold, and I don't know, we'll just put some text here. We'll just, I don't know, just my cash tag or something. Just something. It doesn't need to be anything important or anything. Just something, you know, that you can put in here. This is just like a test thing to test out how it works. And so I figured, okay, I'll take it out. Okay. We'll just do something like that. That's fine. Okay. So we've got this. This is our editable thing. And of course, if you don't want those guides on there all the time, you just, is it a control? Oh no. Yeah, control semicolon, and you can turn them off and on. So now that we're done with our carousel, wait, let me do this real quick. Let me add the magic in. You guys know you can move layers between documents up here just by kind of like dragging them. And then if the document was the same size, you could hold shift when you drop it and it'll put it in the same place, I think. Anyway, that's just I don't know if you guys knew. But yeah, so the magic Instagram carousel PSD, we're good. We'll save this layer 0 PSB file. Wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, I had to make sure I didn't have auto tune on. Or a little reverb. This is what so they should have never let me figure out how to use Reaper in OBS to stream, because I got like auto tune and everything on here. I don't feel like that right now, but just making sure it wasn't on there. Okay, back to the task at hand here. So that's saved, right? We'll close out of here. And what do you know? This is the original Carousel 2 PSD. And now the smart object is in here, which is what we want. So how do we get the smart object into each one of these groups to be able to use the layer masks to separate each square so that we can upload them individually to Instagram? Should be able to just alt drag and drop them into the groups. So let me just make sure, because it was a little iffy before. Let me try it. All right. So of course we've got, you can see layer 0 copy here in the Carousel 1 JPEG group. So let me try double clicking on layer 0 to edit it again. We'll make this blue, orange or something easily distinguishable. Save that, and we'll see if the other one is still blue. No, it's good. Okay, so we'll try it. I don't know what happened last time. Maybe it was because the layers were locked or something, but hopefully this works and you will be able to see the power of the magic Instagram Carousel PSD. All right, we've got all 10 loaded up here. So they're all orange. Let's change it back. And save. And hopefully when we go back into this other document, it's gonna have changed all of them to blue. Then we'll know it's working, and then we can check the folder to make sure we have all 10 squares automatically generated instantaneously. Okay, ready? Let's go. Look at that, they're all blue. Very cool. So let's go into our folder, Carousel 2 assets. Would you look at that? They're all here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So all you have to do from here is upload these however you want to your iPhone or whatever, or you can even upload them from your browser with Chrome or something like that. There's ways to upload it, but you just gather these up, and I mean, they're in order, so it should be fairly easy to upload them onto your platform there. So just to show you how quickly this works, if we go back in and do a little graffiti over this here, just with a little brush tool, a little, you know, anarchy, some, you know, like that. If you save that, we'll go straight to the folder. We won't even look in the Carousel 2 PSD. I said we'll go straight to there it goes. Yeah, it's going. Yeah, see, I didn't touch anything, it just did it. So you can see how this could save you a lot of time if you were used to maybe even like the only other way I would think to do it is like selecting each one of these and doing edit, copy, merge to put it in a new document, save it or something like that. There's also the a method that deals with slices that uses the save for web legacy option, and it'll like export each one of the slices. But the limitation there is there's a size limitation, and it'll only allow you to export up to like 800 something pixels. So I feel like this might be the best way, and I'm not one to toot my own horn or anything, but I feel like this is probably the easiest way I can think of to do an Instagram carousel. And so we'll take the graffiti off and save again. And there you go. All right. That's the gist of it. That's pretty much it. I don't really have much else. We learned about new guide layouts. We learned about layer masks. We made actions, smart objects. We generated image assets. I mean, that's pretty much all I have for you guys. So, I mean, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learned something. And for those of you who are like, that's cool and everything, I did learn a lot, but I don't really have the time to sit down and redo what you just did. I have something for you. Let me see. Let me make sure we're good here. Okay, so on my website, designsbyjameson.com. It's been down there this whole time. If you go there, you scroll down below the fold, you'll see I have uploaded the actual PSD that's pre-made in a zip file for you guys to just use it, play with it, whatever. And then if you want to come back and watch the steps to make it, then I'm recording this right now, so I mean I'll probably upload it at some point. But yeah, you just click that, it'll take you to a WeTransfer link. It's safe and secure, everything's copacetic, whatnot. But yeah, that is that. Let me check some of these comments here, see if anybody had anything. Appreciate it, brother Daniel. Oh, Miss Priscilla, God bless, God bless. So I guess I can talk a little bit about my setup here. This is just my 10-year-old T3i Canon DSLR with a pretty good 24mm lens, going into Canon webcam utility or something like that, something they came out with during the pandemic to help people have better access to like quality cameras, because I know the MacBook Pro camera is real trash for like zoom and stuff. So they came out with a software to use that. It's just connected via USB. I got a $50 Amazon stick light thing, LED. This is a $27 skylight that's kind of jankily put on a tripod down there to point at this backdrop. And I'm going into OBS Studio, of course pulling audio from Reaper. I got my USB audio interface. Yeah, OBS Studio is really cool. I've used it in a lot of different ways recently, and I think yeah, it's been pretty great. Like, I'm still learning stuff. Like, I didn't even know about this whole like animating on and off stuff. So I mean, I just learned that today. So yeah, let me check one more time, like anybody on Facebook or anything. I don't know. Oh, we got 5 people. How do you look at comments? I'm not used to this. Oh, Aaron said you can borrow his glasses. Cool. All right. Yeah, that generate image assets was crazy. So it's not, I might just do a whole nother, maybe I'll just put a video up of like what all you can do with the generate image assets, because you can actually alter the file that's output by changing the layer name. So like you can make it like 2 times bigger than it is in the PSD by adding like X2 at the end of the file name or something like that. And then you can do I think PNGs and PDFs, I think. I'm not 100% sure, don't get me a lie, but what I can do is, I guess whenever I upload this, I'll probably put it on designsbyjameson.com in like a blog format, and then have links to the Adobe articles that actually talk about these different techniques and stuff, so you can learn directly from them. My mouth is so dry, and I'll tell you how dry it is. I don't know how long this water has been here, but I need it desperately right now, so I'm gonna drink it. Yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, my name is Jameson Bethea. Yeah, check out the website. If you know anybody that needs any services, just tell them hit me up, and go to designsbyjameson.com/inquiry, and they could submit a little form where, you know, we go through the process, see what they need and all that stuff. So this has been pretty cool. I think it went well. So I guess we'll just see each other later then. May the Lord watch between me and thee while we're absent one from another. This we have. In Jesus' name. I holla.